How are you? How are you?
Doing good. Very excited. Excited to be here and very thankful that I can now talk about the movie. There's a lot of secrets that we didn't know what we were gonna keep and share. So
Cool. So I'm David. I'm from M.A.A.C cinema.com. So I cover all the action stuff here. So
nice, man.
This is the perfect film to cover.
Yeah, right. Knights of Zodiac.
So before you got this role in the film, were you familiar with the original manga at all?
So I wasn't familiar with the original manga. I grew up heavily with Dragon Ball Z, so I was aware of like the impact and the weight that an anime of this caliber could have. And everybody would tell me, "Oh, Knights of Zodiac, Los Caballeros del Zodiaco," especially all my family in Ecuador and Mexico. And to them, I mean, this is arguably one of the greatest animes of all time, right? So as soon as I got the script, I knew this was going to be something big,
right,
and something very impactful.
All right. Can you tell us a bit about your character that you played in? Just anything that you could say.
Absolutely, no. I could say some stuff. Yeah. Last time at the San Diego Comic-Con, I couldn't say much, but you guys are getting the trailer in a few hours, so.
Awesome.
So yeah, I play Nero, also known as Iki, the Phoenix Knight. And he's a very complicated and complex character, very committed and dedicated, and very committed and dedicated to his mission. And I think in the third act of this movie is when we're really going to see how dirty he's willing to play to accomplish his mission. And he's pretty badass.
Cool. Is this your first action-oriented role by any chance? Pretty fight extensive.
No, it was. It was. It was my first action. I did a series before this called On My Block. We had some action, some choreography in there, but definitely not to this extent. Working with Andy Chang. He did Rush Hour 1, Rush Hour 2, Marvel's Legend of the Ten Rings. So this was my first time on a movie set working with like people of that caliber. So it was a little nerve-wracking, but man, Andy's such a great guy, and he led us through the path, and I'd like to say we got some good stuff in there, some good choreography. Yeah.
How much training did you have to do to get prepared for this role?
A lot, man. Yeah, it was a 12-hour flight from California and straight into Budapest, and literally like the next day after we landed, stunt training, fight choreography, fittings, all of that stuff, rehearsals, all that stuff, and it didn't stop. From the time we started from the time we landed to the time we finished the movie, we were always training.
That's great. Can you tell us a bit about working with the legend over there, Mark Dacascos? He's a legendary action star.
Of course. Unfortunately, man, I didn't have any scenes with him.
Oh no!
I didn't have any scenes with him. We were literally just talking about that right now. I was like, dude, we didn't shoot anything together. But he's such a sweet guy, such a nice guy. In the movie, if you watch the trailer, if you've seen his photos in the movie, he looks like such a badass, right? He's got like the tattoos right there, and he's got like his guns and weapons and all that stuff. So I think he's one of my favorite characters in the movie.
Yeah. So we spoke about Andy Chang and his team of stunt guys. When they got you doing all the choreography and stuff, did you do all of those stunts? Or?
I did a good amount of them, but there's some things that I'm like, listen, I'm not that talented. You guys are the professionals, and I give credit where credit is due. Man, Andy and his entire stunt team, professionals, great people to work with. They really go the extra mile. And man, we couldn't have had a better team. These guys were phenomenal, man. I had a blast with them.
Yeah, I think it was Joseph and Vidan was part of his team, right?
Yeah.
They are really cool guys. I met them before. They worked on stuff like Into the Badlands and all that stuff.
That's right. Yeah.
So as soon as I heard that team is doing this film, I was like, the action's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, man, they're good guys.
Cool. And as far as because the movie, I've seen scenes from the teaser and everything. It looks like it's pretty CG intensive as well. So is there a lot of green screen stuff that you did, or more like practical?
Yeah, I would say there's a good amount of CGI, sure, a good amount of green screen, but there's certainly a lot of heartfelt moments, a lot of empathetic moments, a lot of moments that the audience will be able to connect to. It's not just an action movie filled with green screen and nonsense, right? There's a lot of moments that the audience is going to be able to connect with and relate to, right? That being said, my first day on set, I was the first one to shoot. They immediately throw me into the green screen room, and it's my first time ever working with green screen. I have no idea what I'm doing. And they're like, yeah, just stand here, we're gonna have the wind, and then just throw like a punch and like make an aggressive face. And I was like, okay, like, and I tried it out, and they had me tied up to the ropes, right? And I had no idea what was gonna happen. And all of a sudden I'm throwing this punch, and all of a sudden I get like whiplash, and I go flying back.
Stuff, right?
Yeah, the wire work. It's my first time working with wire work, and they briefed me on it, but you never know what to expect until you're finally doing it.
Was there any injuries at all on set?
No injuries. No. Luckily, yeah. Thank God, yeah. But yeah, man.
Have you been to any of these like big Comic-Con things before?
I've been to San Diego's Comic-Con. We went last year.
That's the bigger brother, right?
Yeah, right. It's I was actually born in Anaheim, so I wasn't even aware that they were doing a convention here. But yeah, this is my first time here, and it's always nice to be here and be around some really cool fans and people. Yeah.
Awesome. Have you had a chance to walk around the
No, not yet.
Not yet?
After this stuff, for sure. After the panel, after the autograph stuff, yeah, I'm gonna walk around. I need to buy some Iki stuff, man.
Oh yeah.
Some Iki stuff or some like DBZ stuff, Yeah. I got some. I got like Goku and Vegeta, Gohan.
Yeah.
Like these, they're not toys, but they're like these like
statues.
Yeah, they're like mini statues. Yeah. So I have them all over my house.
Right.
My girlfriend's like, "What is that? Which one's Goku?" I'm like, "Babe, Gohan, Goku, Gogeta. It's not complicated. Vegito." I'm like, "Wait, maybe it is complicated."
Yeah, like I grew up on that more than Saint Seiya.
Of course, yeah,
too.
right.
So,
yeah, and you grew up in the United States, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. See, back in like Mexico, back in Ecuador, and South America, man, Saint Seiya, Knights of Zodiac is huge. I had no idea. All my cousins, when they saw the article, they were like, "Wait, who are you playing?" And I'm like, "The Phoenix." And she's like, "No, you're lying. You're playing the Phoenix." I'm like, "Yeah, why?" And they're like, "That's insane. That's crazy." I'm like, "All right,
Okay,
man.
I guess it's pretty big."
Man, yeah, exactly. So yeah, man, I'm pumped, man. I'm very just excited to show the world what we did as a team. Whether it does well, whether it does great, phenomenal, or it was an honor to do this, be able to meet fans and learn about this anime, man.
Well, I'm pretty sure the fans of the manga will appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, look, man, I know the impact that anime has. Like I said, every day after school from 7th to 8th grade, anime, Dragon Ball Z, that was like my go-to.
Right.
And it's more than just a show, it brings morals, messages, inspiring, motivation.
Exactly.
And yeah, man, it's played a pretty big impact in my life. So I hope this movie does the same.
Yeah, so awesome. Well, thank you, Diego, and I cannot wait to see the film. Man.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
All right, brother.